Hey, good afternoon, friends. How are you? So I thought since I couldn't speak in the book club yesterday, so why not to leverage some time now and speak for 5 7 minutes to you. Yeah, so I'm so glad that we all are so much prepared, and we all of us want to be part of this book club and give our speeches, and that's where I think this whole slots gets filled. 10 speakers spoke yesterday. That was great, right? Even I didn't get a chance to speak, so I thought, why not to leverage this time now? Great. So, friends, Vivekananda, the great monk of India, he used to say, never think there is anything impossible for us, the human beings. Never think there is anything impossible for us. All the powers in the universe are already ours. It is we who have put our hands before our eyes and cry that it is dark. Such a powerful thought, isn't it? So I thought I'll talk on purposeful living today, and I've seen that many of the friends that I talk to, the one thing that they miss in their life is purpose. क्यों करना है? They want to do so many things in their life, but क्यों? There's no reason. There's no reason of waking up in the morning. There's no reason to do something beyond what I'm doing. And that's where, when I heard this quote of Vivekananda some years back, that enlightened me. He says, there is nothing and nothing impossible for human being. You all have unlimited potential, and all the powers in the universe lies within us. It is we who have put our hands before our eyes and say it's dark. मेरे को पता नहीं क्या हो रहा है. I don't know. I can't see anything. So that is something that is holding us back. So then, do you think you are living at your peak potential? Did you exactly reach where you wanted to reach by now? Just think about it. And when I talk to people, one of the common thing I hear from them is that they want to make dent in the universe. Big words. Steve Jobs used to say, right? I want to impact people around me, and that too in a positive manner. But then in the weekend, I see the same people binging on the web series, boozing, partying. Why is that? Why is that big gap? At one side, they want to make dent in the universe, and on the other side, they are busy in their things which they get short-term, satisfaction out of it. Why does that happen? Friends, my name is Vineet, and I have 17 years of corporate experience in technology. I'm passionate about technology, but I'm even more passionate about public speaking. I'm even more passionate about connecting with people and helping them connect with their aspirations. Coming back to that, my question, why is that big gap? Why I have a big dream, but then I don't work on it? Right? You know why that big difference is there? That I realize over the time that it's just a wish. It's not a desire. It's not a burning desire. It's not a dream that I want to achieve. It's not my life purpose. And that's where the big gap is. And friends, it's difficult to impact others if you don't know who you are. You don't know what you stand for. You don't know what you're passionate about. You don't know your reason for being. You don't know what is your purpose in life. Trust me, friends, when you are sure of your purpose, you exemplify your potential for impacting other lives in a positive manner. But It does require sacrifice, willingness, discipline. Now, let me tell you a story on how purpose made a difference for one very infamous guy. He was a real villain in his life, the way you see in the movie. So in 1920, Al Capone was a notorious guy, and he had entangled the city of Chicago in variety of challenges, vices like drugs, murder, extortions, whatnot. And then there was a gentleman in Chicago at the same time by the name of Easy Eddie. He was a great lawyer, but one of the most immoral lawyer. And it was his expertise as an attorney that kept Al Capone out of jail all the time. Because of his skill, Al Capone rewarded Easy Eddie handsomely. Easy Eddie's family was living a lavish life with mansion, lineup of servants, all the modern convenience that they want. Their house literally took up the end one of the block of the city in Chicago. Lavish life. Despite his immoral work, Easy had a one soft spot, and that was his son. He loved him so much that he provided anything money could buy for him. But he realized over the time that he couldn't give his son a legacy of good father that he could be proud of. He struggled with this until he found and decided to put his son's future first. He thought that the only way I could give my son a father with a legacy of good name is by helping government nab Al Capone and his mafia and put them into prison. That was a big challenge that he wanted to take. And he actually did that. He helped the FBI to he testified, and many of the biggest people in the mafia, including Al Capone, were put in the prison. He knew very well that he is going to pay a big price for this. And that happened. Very next week, he was riding in his car, and another car came by, and several people with machine gun killed him. His body laid down on the street with so many bullets in his body. He paid a very high price for that, my friends. The only reason was he had a purpose of making his son proud. That was a high price he had to pay. But for him, achieving the purpose was worth it. Now, let me tell you a contrasting story. So, I thought I'll tell you two stories, not one today. And let's compare this story with that story. So, there was a naval pilot during World War II stationed on the UX Lexington in the South Pacific. One day, as he leaves his company to go on a mission, he realizes no one has filled his gas tank after he's airborne. The flight commander orders him to go back to the ship and refuel. And as he was turning around, what he sees? Something that turns his blood cold. He sees a squadron of Japanese bombers coming towards the American fleet. He did the only thing he could think of during the heat of movement. He single-handedly attacked the fleet of bombers with guns blazing. And then when his ammunition ran out after some time, he still didn't give up. He started dive bombing with these planes with full energy and enthusiasm. And he damaged many of the aircrafts. Out of the 9 aircraft which were there, 5 he made sure were put down. And four fighter planes which were still there, the pilots in those planes thought this guy has gone crazy, let's flew away from here, and they flew away. For his heroic efforts, he became the first ace in the World War II and the first naval aviator to win the Congressional Medal of Honor. His name was Butch O'Hare. And the airport, if you have been in Chicago, you can see that I was there, and I was not even aware what is this Chicago O'Hare. Chicago O'Hare is the airport name. It's named after him. He's considered one of the greatest heroes of American history because he was willing to sacrifice his own life for the higher cause of others. So, friends, what do these stories have in common? Butch O'Hare was Easy Eddie's son, that criminal. What a strong foundation, isn't it? If Easy Eddie had not done the right thing, not followed his purpose of life, of making his son proud of him by sacrificing his life, maybe his son Butch wouldn't have strength to fight alone without even thinking about his own life. He may not have made the impact he was able to make. So, friends, when we decide who we want to be, what we want to stand for, we open ourselves to the possibility of making a huge impact on others. Easy Eddie's choice to confess had a long term effect on his son, and that indirectly saved numerous lives. His choice to live into the character of the man he wanted to be and the values he wanted to uphold changed lives. Your choice can do the same, friends. Be certain of who you are, what you stand for, what is your purpose, and then live into it. In doing so, you'll make an impact and legacy that will live far beyond your lifetime. Thank you so much, friends. Thank you so much for listening me. I just thought I'll give a quick speech which I missed yesterday. And the next thing I'm going to talk on is something again I keep hearing from my friends. They say, I also want to live a purposeful life, but how do I find my purpose? I'll talk on that maybe sometime next, whenever I get some time. And but friends, let's make this planet a better place by living a purposeful life and doing, working on our peak potential, realizing our unlimited potential. Thank you so much, friends. See you. Bye.